Welcome, everyone. This is the Maverick Do It Different podcast. I am Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire, and this is the Maverick Universe. This is where we do it different, where we think different, be different, do different to create a difference in our world, to create a difference for ourselves, for the people around us, and for our society. And no better person to talk about this than our guest today, on how to really take life to its fullest potential and create magic in her journey. Today, we've got somebody special, so grab your coffee, grab your notepad, and let's get rocking and rolling here. Our guest, it starts off her journey in 2020, or at least this is the key level of the journey when she got diagnosed with breast cancer. Her body gave her the signal that, well, she needed to make a shift, that things weren't worth living right now, that there was a shift that she needed to go through, and she's now on a soul mission, if you will. And I know all of you understand this. Life-threatening experience wasn't easy, and it certainly isn't for anybody, and we've all been through those moments. It made her realize that not only energy, good food, and environment that makes you feel good, but also the kindness of the people around us and how we live our lives every day. Going through this understanding of that flow, if you will, as she's going through chemo, as she's going through surgery and radiation, and it's the unspoken bliss of all that was that it gave her a chance to really analyze her world and her life and how she was conducting it. And, well, it got her jump started too. And listen to this, fire sale on everything that she owns, and understanding that possessions were not where her future life was, that it was all about living it. And she left the country. She went and traveled with her dog Spirit and created the understanding of her next journey. During the process, she developed the creative capitalization method, which is this is a life for never needing to retire, or at least maybe having all the funds you ever needed to retire. She works with women over 50 as one of her key target audiences, and it's about the entrepreneurs over 50 to reach financial independence. Following the common ideas of financial advisor usually doesn't happen. Being conservative with spending and asset allocation no longer work. Instead, she created a tool and created a process for explosive growth, and the plan to take decades out of the process so you can create it now. When her focus is women entrepreneurs over 50 who want financial independence to fast track their dream life in 2 years or less, guaranteed. We're going to be talking about all that and more with my host, or my guest, I should say. Sorry about that. Monique Toonen. Absolutely. We're so pleased to have you here. And with all of this, oh my gosh, what a journey. And definitely, and nothing we'd want to wish on anybody. And yet it sounds like you've come up roses with all of this. Tell us about your experience.
Absolutely. You know, for me, everybody gets wake-up calls in life, right? And I had a few. And for me, diagnosed with cancer and actually asking me the question, am I going to survive this? Am I going to be here on the planet in 6 months? Only that question, they said, well, we can cure you, but no guarantees, right? And going through the journey, I knew that only medical procedures wouldn't help me. I knew I had to do inner work. I knew I had to make friends with my body. I knew I had to make real quality decisions, because if you are a little bit familiar with chemo, your energy reduces from 100% to 50%, like half of the energy you lose.
Right.
And you deteriorate. The longer you go through chemo, the more it decreases. So that's and so you have to. But the beautiful thing is, because of those quality decisions I made, I could compound on those quality decisions. And I came at a point that I was like, okay, I've built a life of possessions. I had a beautiful house. I had an awesome car, and I had great stuff. But I built those structures that my energy couldn't carry anymore, because I had 50% of the energy. And then you have to make choices. Yeah, so
Yes.
it was kind of forced, but I'm very, very grateful, and I feel so lucky that I went through the happy flow, and I made the decision to say to myself, because there's always a chance that cancer can come back, and I was like, well, if that happens, because we cannot be sure 100%. I was like, I want to die in the harness and traveling the world.
Oh,
And I'm 2
yeah. So
years ahead.
the whole concept of life-changing experience and a life-changing moment in your life that caused you to evaluate on what life really means and how to live it is really key. Only you didn't just decide, oh, I want to like go on a vacation for a couple weeks. You decided, all right, I'm changing my whole lifestyle.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, for
However,
sure.
that gave you the motivation to create a system and a process that is now helping tons of people all around the world that are in a situation like you were in, where maybe they don't have the financial freedom, they don't have the ability to just quit and go and travel the world. And yet, if that's what they want in life, why shouldn't they? How could they build to that? And that's the rest of the story for what you've created. And that's amazing. Tell us about, so your tagline is Financial Alchemist. Tell us what that means.
Well, an alchemist is actually someone who transforms materials. Well, factually, an alchemist is someone who turns lead into gold.
Right.
I would say I transform materials into more valuable or desirable forms. And when it comes to finance, I use my knowledge and my skills to turn financial choices into more profitable forms and increase quality of life. Like hugely. Yes.
That's huge. So there are a lot of people that listen, I want to grow my portfolio. I want to get financial freedom in my future, build a retirement. I would go to a financial planner. Like,
yes.
What's the difference with what you're talking about here?
Well, great question, Paul. Thank you for asking this question, because this is absolutely why I offer something else than financial planners. Because financial planners are most likely more about numbers, and I'm not only about numbers. My clients, I help them to find their ikigai, their reason for being, and it create a soul mission driven lifestyle business, just like I did. I mean, I was retired, and I want to I created a life I never want to retire. And I offer that to my clients as well, because if you find your purpose, if you find your reason for being, that's a life-lasting purpose. So you can develop it, you can compound it, just like your quality decisions. and it will make you happy until a high age,
Here,
and
here.
yeah, and I help them to well, unlock their unspoken bliss,
Right.
and break free from financial barriers. And that's not the average financial planner. I teach about
Far from it.
no, yeah, so I combine the finance. So what I have like a three key elements. I teach about happy money. So you can earn a lot of money, but if you're not happy what you do, it's not happy money. It's money,
Right.
I want people to make happy money. And the lifestyle business, I help them to create a risk reversal offer, meaning it's easy for them to offer, and it's easy for clients to step in.
Right.
And the third one is know your magic number. How much is enough? How much is enough? How many people calculate their real magic number? Not many people do.
No.
They don't know how much they need. Or when they stop working tomorrow, how long they can survive without doing anything.
Right.
You need to know the number. And it's not like you have to do it right away, but you have to know the number. You have to know the number. So in combining that together, yeah.
So define that for me. So the number that you're talking about, is that their baseline number, their high number? What is that number? Define it.
Yeah, great question. Well, I defined three levels, so to say. So I talk about financial success, and financial success is about more energy and more time, right?
Here.
Financial independence is you don't have to work, you have residual income, or you have enough equity,
right,
to cover your monthly current lifestyle costs. That's financial independence. Financial freedom is more energy, more time, and more freedom, because when you reach financial independence, you have more freedom of choice.
Right.
Right? Financial freedom is more energy, more time, more freedom, and your ideal life. So you can do whatever you want at any time, in any place. So that bring them to develop financial freedom.
Here. Yes, so powerful, because the financial freedom, and people express it, they want to do what they want, when they want, where they want, with who they want. And
exactly.
And the power of that, only you're not telling them to get to retire, you're saying live a purposeful life.
Yes.
And which could mean whatever you want it to mean. You get to define that, but live a purposeful life and create financial freedom.
Yes.
So
it's a combination most financial planners don't offer.
Yeah, no, because they are, and it's just about the number and this concept of layering it. And you talked in your intro about, it's a dream life and how to create that dream life. What is it? And maybe a good place to start is to define it for you. What is your dream life? What does that look like?
Well, my dream life is what I'm living right now. I'm traveling the world together with my dog. I'm currently in the Netherlands visiting my mom. She's going to turn 80 tomorrow, so that's why I came to the Netherlands. But my home hub, I would say, because I don't live I live a nomadic life, but my home hub is Mexico, Playa del Carmen. That's for me the best place to be in matters of medical. Well, to do my checkups every year.
Right.
Great beach, good food, every day, sunshine, you know.
Here.
And I'm traveling every 3 to 6 months to another place.
That's
That's
beautiful.
my dream life. Yeah.
How long did it take you? And I know you know, with cancer and with chemo and getting to the point where you could, only then how
Yeah.
long was that process to kind of go from what most people would say the normal world, the normal life, to this freedom that you now experience? How long was that journey?
Well, you're gonna be amazed. It took me 3 months
That's
to as soon as I heard I had 100% remission on the MRI, meaning after 5 months there was nothing to see anymore. So
right.
that gave me the courage to think about my future life, so to say. And as soon as I had the surgery, and the surgeon said to me, "Well, congratulations, you have a really, really clean cut. There's nothing to see. Everything is clean. You truly went to the happy flow. We will do some radiation, and you're off you go." And I was like, wow, you know, I went home and went to the bakery and just celebrated life in my own. Yes. And I think the week after that, I received an email about living internationally, and it really took me, and I was like, I checked it out, and I was like, I invited a realtor to ask about if I would sell my house, how much would I receive for it? And that blew me away. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I sell everything.
So for most of, so your clients and the people that you are passionate to help out are the female entrepreneurs that are 50 plus, that they don't all want to sell everything that they have to go on this nomadic journey, if you will.
No.
But they want financial freedom.
Yes.
So how do you help them? What's some of your process? How do you engage with them?
Well, first off, we start with finding the ikigai, right? So that's actually finding the reason for being, and that has to do with what is your biggest pain, and how did you struggle with it in the beginning, but you gain from that pain, right? So you went through the hero journey, so to say, right? And that's the center of your ikigai. That's your finding your life lasting purpose, right? So that's the first step. You have to also look at your life. Where are you? You have to declutter, meaning, and that's not only stuff, because we have so much stuff, you're just used to it, right? And you can do with a lot less than you think you can. And but the emotional part is something that costs more time oftentimes.
What do you mean?
Because you are, yeah, because you are attached to people, you are attached to environment, you are attached to beliefs you always thought about yourself, you are attached to way of doing.
Yes.
So that's where the most part is, where people have a hard time to let go. And of course, and this is the thing, financial planners say, okay, well, you have to cut your expenses, put money in the bank, and then invest in either in stocks or in real estate, right?
Right.
But if you are 50, you don't have 20 years, like the financial planners say. Oh, yeah, you have to start early. Well, if you're 50, you're too late, so to say. If you believe the financial planners, right?
Right.
So I created a way that people can create syndicates together. So you buy together. So you don't have to wait 20 years before you can invest in anything.
Right.
So I created a system that they can syndicate with each other, but also find ways to earn a lot of money, but also invest in money through syndicates. And there are several ways. These are my secrets.
So I've already heard one of them, that the whole idea of syndication, and you help to structure and create that for your clientele, which is huge, because there are not a lot of places to make that an easy road. And so having you there for them to make it easy and to carry them over the finish line with it is huge in and of itself. Only that's just one of multiple techniques that you do to help them create financial independence, create financial freedom, to create that journey. And one of the key components for everybody is understanding that you don't have to wait for that critical moment in life. You can decide to change your life today regardless. And it's something, no matter what your next step is, decide whether this is the life that you want or whether something else is. And so,
and it's not too late. A lot of people think, well, I'm too late anyway, so why bother, right?
You want to talk about that just for a little bit? Who says I'm too late, and why do they say it?
Well, because the financial planners give you the advice, well, you start early, but when you're 50, 55, and that's not early, and of course, if you're lucky, you got another 30 years. I get that, but you want to leverage it, right? And at least in the next 5 or 10 years, because then you can enjoy it, right? You can increase your life in quality in that matter. So, and this is why I came up with this idea to leverage that in different ways, because I think there is a structure that it's possible, even if you don't have any money, it's still possible to leverage and go invest in with syndicates.
Right.
That's absolutely something that happens in the masterminds, because people get to know each other, right? And they start to trust each other. And if you trust, I have a definition of 3 types of people. You have sharks who only want to take, and you have people who are carps, who are constantly complaining that they have been bitten by the shark.
Right.
And you have the dolphins, and the dolphins want to play. The dolphins want to play together. And not many people know this, a shark needs to move. As soon as a shark comes to no movement, it will die. And what dolphins do is circle the shark so that it has to stop. It cannot move anymore, and then it will die. Because the dolphins are playing together and circle the shark so that it doesn't survive. And that's a metaphor for me. I want to facilitate syndicates for dolphins.
So play with dolphins, avoid the sharks, and don't stay still.
Because a shark, if a shark stops, it will kill him.
Right. Yes, if a dolphin stops, the shark will kill him.
Yes.
With all this, so we create financial freedom. We do all this. You work with women entrepreneurs who are over 50. You help them create their financial freedom. And is this freedom? And so some of it is, I don't want to do this alone. So I want my community with me, which you've built. And is all of this able to be transferred? Is it generational as well? Are we able to pass this freedom on to others?
100%. Well, and I'm thrilled when my clients have children, because then they are an example for their children.
Yes.
So if they step into my program, they will, and we all know, children look at what their parents do, not what they say.
Right.
So they will be an example, and the legacy they will leave for their children is that they never have a money problem and never know, create a purposeful life and make happy money. That's a great leverage and a great legacy to leave your children with. 100%.
So many people and with health and wellness centered around this as well, and understanding that when you live a purposeful life, that you are living the healthiest life you can live, and that you have more energy, you have more passion, you have more joy. All of that comes from living a purposeful life.
Yes.
And
it only compounds, Paul. It only compounds.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. You radiate happiness and happy money as well.
I love that, happy money. That is so great. With all that you're doing, we've got people listening all around the world. Absolutely, for especially talking to the women out there. Last pieces of advice, what would you tell them? They're listening closely.
The only thing what you have to do is close your eyes and listen to your heart. Listen what your gut gives you and act on it.
Yes. Yes. My gut is telling me that we want to reach out to you. We want to know you better. How do we find you?
Well, there are several ways you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just Google Monique Toonen, Financial Alchemist. You will find me. Or you can visit my website, which is Monique Toonen. That's Monique with QUETOONEN, and then .com. You will find all the details also in the description.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Your website and LinkedIn, two great places to go. And just phenomenal. People will want to reach out to you. How do you do it? How do you make all this happen, and what you can do for them? And you've got some secret formulas that you absolutely are going to share. Go find Monique Toonen. Go find her out there, Financial Alchemist, and reach out. Let her help you create your dream life. Let her help you create that magic. It's the purposeful life is what my prayer is for everybody to have. And don't wait till you have a catastrophic moment in your life to create it. Create it now. Monique,
Exactly.
what a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on board.
Thank you so much for having me, Paul. It was a great pleasure.
Everyone, go find Monique. She is out there waiting for you, the Financial Alchemist. And this is Paul Finck. This is the Mavericks Do It Different podcast. And what I want to tell you is we're all on this journey together. So absolutely make it real, make it yours. How do you make it yours? Reach out to all of us and connect, share this information with others so that we build this community strong and it can last forever, and sharing some of the knowledge that we have here and with all the people that you know, our community, our society. It is so needed these days to create that strength around this information. So please share, please listen to this podcast all over again, and even next week's podcast. Stay tuned. This is Paul Finck. This is the Maverick Universe, and this is Mavericks Do It Different podcast. Till next time, everyone.
Thanks for being here today. As our gift to you, be sure to go to themaverickuniverse.com, where you can download your free copy of the Maverick Manifesto. Until next time, dare to be different. Dare to be a Maverick.